The 5 most important things in life. What are they, and how did I come to this conclusion? A year and a half ago, I was a woodworker, and I had a woodworking business, and I've had these tools, this arsenal of tools that have been cluttering my garage and have not been turned on for a year. So we are in the process of selling all of them, and it has been shown me exactly what's important in life, why I would want to keep these tools, and why I'm totally fine with letting go of them, and has absolutely been very, very clear of what are the most important things in life. So let's get right to it. The 5 most important things, absolutely number one, is your purpose and your calling. I am getting rid of these tools because my purpose and calling in life is not to make wood. Not that that's a bad one or anything like that, it's just not mine. And so I am eliminating, getting rid of something that is not being utilized and all that kind of stuff. And I'm able to just let go of these phenomenal resource things because it is not in alignment with my purpose and my calling on this earth. And so for you, gotta find, gotta know, gotta nail down your purpose, your calling. Why are you here? You are absolutely unique. You are the only one that has the DNA that you have. You are made a specific way. Only you can help and serve people in the way that you have been empowered to help and serve. Only you can use the gifts that you have to bless and encourage other people, to kind of two things there, your emotional help purpose and your kind of physical help purpose. So words of edification, acts of service, those kinds of things. You are the only one that can do it in the way that is inside of you, and you got to nail that down. You got to walk in it, you got to step in it, and you got to become it, and you got to live it. Your purpose, your calling, number one, absolutely most important thing in life for you to find, discover, and walk in. Number 2, relationships. In getting rid of these tools, the things that I am going to miss from them are the bonding experience things that I envisioned doing with my kids with these tools. So a lathe is one of them, a bandsaw is one of them. Those are 2 tools that I have had dreams, visions of sitting next to my daughter while she's churning a bowl on the lathe, making a candlestick or whatever it is that we create. So that experience of relational time with my daughter. The bandsaw, I've made some wooden swords and stuff like that for the boys, and I envisioned letting them loose on the bandsaw and crafting cars and carving swords and carving knives and carving whatever they dream of creating. It can be carved on a bandsaw. And so I've this relational experience is what I'm going to miss that the tool can provide, is the connection with my kid, the connection with my sons, the connection with my daughter, not the actual tool. So not the thing, the relationship that the thing aids in enhancing. Relationships are everything. Your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your kids, your relationship with your friends, your family, kind of the purpose thing, the strangers that you have relationships with to bless and encourage. That's absolutely number 2 most important thing, is the relationships that you are involved in, cultivating, engaging, growing in them, getting them deeper, getting them more authentic, is number 2 most important thing in life. And you can rock out those relationships by focusing on the 3rd most important thing in life, which is your health. Your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. Christians miss this boat a ton. They have the love your neighbor thing in the core of what they are supposed to be doing, but they miss the last half of it, which is as yourself. If you don't take care of your health, your emotional health, your physical health, your spiritual health, how in the world can you engage and deepen in relationships? How can you have the energy and the full tank that is required to fulfill your purpose on this planet? It can't happen which is absolutely why health is one of the most important things. You got to take care of your body, your diet, your physical health. You got to take care of your emotional health, get out some of the anxiety and get in fulfillment and thrivingness and all those kinds of things. Get out stress and all that crap stuff that wears us down. Addictions is another one of them. All those baggage things that we carry. You got to let them go, chuck them out the door, and bring in the real fulfilling, life-bringing health. So your physical health, your emotional health, and your spiritual health. You got to figure out spiritually who and what is the biggest thing in the world that is driving everything that we have and see, and who instilled that DNA in you for you to fulfill. So spiritual health is a huge part of one of the most important things in life, and it's a holistic health picture: your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual. So the fourth most important thing is you got to create. It permeates many of these other areas, and it's a foundation that we don't focus on enough. We don't carve out time to do, but one of the tools that I got rid of was a lathe that I mentioned, and as I was packing it up, I just had this feeling of like, man, how different would my day have been if over the last year I spent 15-30 minutes in my day creating something just for the sake of creating it, not trying to make anything to sell, not trying to impress anybody, but just sitting there with the carving sticks and creating. In my morning routine, I've been delving into this creating music thing deeper and deeper, and so creating comes alongside your purpose and your fulfillment. Creating is a way to fix your emotional and your spiritual health, and creating, if you make something, a song or a wooden sword on the bandsaw, and you give it to someone, hey, I made this for you, how enhanced will their day be? So helps your relationships, helps yourself, all kinds of benefits that creating brings, and it's going to look different for everybody. You got to find inside of you what is something that you can focus on and carve out time to create from who you are. Which leads us to the fifth most important thing, your time. To have the time in your day to fulfill your purpose and your place on this earth, to have the time in your day to engage in the relationships, your friends, your family, the strangers, all those kinds of things, to have the time in your day to create, to have the time set aside for your health and your spiritual health and your emotional health. All of it takes time. So whenever I was packing up these things, I was like, oh, I got 24 hours left with this tool. I need to do something with it. I need to make something with it. I need to have fun with it one more time. And so it showed me this kind of you don't know what you got till you lose it kind of a thing, and that I need to capitalize on the time that I have with what I have today, because I'm not guaranteed that time tomorrow. We drift in our day instead of direct our day, and the only way to accomplish these most important things is to take care of your most important asset, to control your most important asset, your time. You have two choices with every minute of every day. The first option is to check out and be passive in life, and the second option is to control and direct life. We absolutely need rejuvenation time things, so I'm not saying don't ever watch a movie or don't ever sit on the deck and just stare at a blue sky, but other than kind of that emotional and spiritual health, the checking out things, they're addictions, and we got to break them. We got to overcome a big, hard struggle of Netflix and Facebook and all these things that are stealing our time, and we got to be in control of it. You got to be in control of it. So the 5 most important things, according to me today. It might change tomorrow, but I think these are going to be lifelong. Your purpose, why are you here, your relationships, your health, your spiritual health, emotional health, your physical health, your create, what are you what are you supposed to be creating, what are you supposed to be doing, and then the time. So those are the 5 most important things. If you feel like I missed one, leave me a comment below. I'd love to know, because absolutely I'm on the way to crafting and figuring out the most preferable life to live, and I'd love to know if I missed one. If one of these had an aha moment for you and it's like, man, Josh, you're right, I'm missing out on this piece, I'd love to know in the comments below if this helped you out. And if it helped you out, hit the thumbs up. Helps me out on getting the reach out about these videos and helping a bunch of people come along and craft and design their most preferable life. I'm Josh, preferablelife.com. Focus, prioritize on the most important things. Get out some of the things that aren't the most important things so that you can live your most preferable life and dwell and engage in these most important things, the only things that matter. And we'll catch you on the next one.